explain to the world, you know, what is in this project that you put together. You know, how will the world benefit? How will the next generation benefit from your music?
Well, I think the world would benefit from it, from the fact that it's music that just pushes the culture forward, and not only just the culture, but it pushes world view forward. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that go on in the world that a lot of people don't talk about. It's a lot of things that go on in the communities that a lot of people don't talk about. So to actually take the time out to make a whole album that addresses probably every problem that goes on anywhere in the world, it's fulfilling. You know what I mean? And it feels good. It could benefit. I think personally, I think the album is really for children more than it is for adults. Because making that album, that's who I was thinking about the whole time writing it. I wasn't even thinking about the opinions of adults or people my age or whatever the case may be. I wasn't even thinking about or trying to dedicate my songs to teenagers to get them to come like me. I wanted to make my music digestible for children. And sometimes that can be hard for somebody like me because I'm very intellectual. I don't stoop down too much mentally. You know what I mean? I force you to kind of come up to my level, so to speak. So I feel like the album is gonna do its due diligence for the children. You know what I mean? More than anything.
Do you feel like you put your all into this album, or do you feel like you kind of left some stuff out for the next project?
No, absolutely not. Whatever I do, I always do it 110%. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter if it's walking down the street. I'm trying to walk correctly. You know what I'm saying? So I gave it all I had. I did the best I can with what I had also. You feel me? My resources was a little limited. I didn't have a chance to really go into a lot of beat shopping, but I did what I had to do with what I had. So I gave it all I had. And me personally, I feel like the album is definitely a classic. And it is kind of cliche for an artist to toot his own horn. You know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of cliche. Like anybody that puts out something is gonna say something's hot, especially if they did it. But I know the effort I put into this. You know what I mean? I know what I did. I know what I was saying lyrically. It's not surprising to me. I've been doing this. So it's a classic album to me, and it ain't going nowhere.
And I see that you have your partner, Knowledge, beside you. Knowledge, you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Knowledge. I got a law. It's my man right here. We've been making music together for some years, and we continue to do this the way we do it. Hopefully that the message that we're trying to convey get to the ears of the youth, so they'll be able to live out what we're trying to live out.
And there was a specific track on there called "Blind" that you featured in. You know, tell us about that project.
Well, after my slightly vacation, I came home, and that was the first song I ever did. That was the first song I wrote in about 3.5 years. So to get the opportunity to even make it to his album was a blessing for me. And the track "Blind," when I heard about it, I just envisioned the lifestyle people is in right now and how they need guidance. And I figured that track was the best way to do it.
Absolutely. "Blind" is definitely a track that I heard on him. I heard him on the track before he even got on the track. You know what I'm saying? Once I wrote my verse, I did the chorus. I said, yeah, I don't want to do three verses to this. I need somebody in between this track. He was available. I said, yep, time to bring him to work. And that's how I got him on there. I said, listen, I need you on this. You're gonna have to get on this. I don't care how long it takes you to write that verse. You're gonna get on this track right here. But you know, we've been writing together though. We've been doing this music thing, so it's really nothing, man. Once we start writing together, the chemistry is there, it just flows. Yeah, well, the album was released off DMTS Records, but the process that went into making the album was, people don't understand how hard it is to make an album until you actually start trying to make one, you feel me? Like, it's a tough process, man, because you have to make a lot of music and then you have to leave some music off. And it's tough. And I did the best I could as far as like track listing my music. I didn't have no professionals in my ear. I did it all myself, and I feel like I did a good job. But the process is it's fun, but at the same time, it can be a little stressful because you don't want to let people down. You want people to enjoy the music once it comes out and once they get it.
Explain about the new project that y'all working on together. Let the world know like what y'all got coming after Leave a Legacy.
It's called War Within Poverty. It speaks on the war within poverty. And it's just not just a physical war, it's a mental war as well. It's a spiritual war that we've been fighting our whole lives, and it don't seem like it's coming to an end no time soon. So this album right here, like once that drop, you're gonna feel the way we feel about War Within Poverty.
Yeah, War Within Poverty is basically another branch off of Leave a Legacy. You know what I'm saying? It's the same type of content, meaningful music with a message, with a purpose, and it's definitely, the music quality is definitely getting better. The writing is getting better. The storytelling is getting better. So War Within Poverty is going to be another classic album that's going to come out of the DMTS Records camp, no doubt about it.
All right. So what do y'all think about today's hip hop?
Well, today's hip hop, I think, is in a horrible state. The way that it dropped down from how it used to be to where it is now, I think it could be fixed. It is not dead. It's still manageable, but it's in a horrible state. And I think the music that we make is needed for today, for hip hop, because right now it's not looking good. And if it continues on the path that it's on, all the kids is going to be on all type of drugs, sipping all type of lean and doing all type of negative stuff based on the music that they hear. So I don't have that much respect for where it's at right now. I respect the essence of it and where it comes from, but where it's at right now, I'm having a hard time accepting it. So that's my view on it.
Yeah, and it's just traditional hip hop has kind of been pushed out of the way. And I feel like that's kind of like somebody, that's kind of like that's kind of like neglecting your mother in a sense. Neglecting traditional hip hop is like neglecting your mother, the one that gave birth to you. Traditional hip hop gave birth to all these MCs, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the younger generation has no respect for the elders. You feel what I'm trying to say? And I feel like that lack of respect starts at home. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like the lack of respect starts at home, man. And I feel like traditional hip hop put the emphasis on adults to be parents in their children's lives. You feel me? Music has always been a major influence in the black community, in any community, but particularly the black community. Music has always been a major influence. It has helped people become better parents. It has helped people become better family members, better friends, better whatever. Music has always done that. Now this hip hop is pulling the value system out of hip hop. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no more values, there's no more principles, there's no more morals, there's no more respect. People just do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want to say, and then turn around and say, I'm just an entertainer. I have nothing to do with that. I feel like today's generation, they don't take no responsibility for what they say out their mouths. Back in the day, they took responsibility for everything they said out their mouths. And if you ain't lived by that shit you were talking about, they ain't allow you to say it. I think we need to get back to that. Well, I don't think hip hop breeded this generation of MCs. I think the environment they came from breeded them. That's what happened. We keep trying to blame a genre of music for corrupting people when that's not possible, because the people have to make the music first in order for it to become music. Who is the people that's making music? The people that don't have their mind right in these communities. They're the ones that's making the music. So it only makes sense for the music not to make sense. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my view on that.
Could have said it better.
Yeah. And what do you think? Where do you think that we actually have to start talking about today, like right now? You know, where do we start to bring the essence of hip hop back to its original state? Where do we start as a whole?
I think it starts with yourself at first, and once you become true to yourself, the vibe that you send off, people will relate to that. Because right now, the vibe that they're sending off, it seems relatable because everybody else is doing it. It's like monkey see, monkey do. Right. So if we start off on a brand new path of righteousness and being right with our music and showing and speaking about the problems that's going on in our community, I think people will start to take heed to that. And once they hear it, they'll start to live it. I think that's where it starts from my view.
Yeah, we just got to get back, like you said, we got to get back to being serious about building our communities.
Yeah.
Since we're not serious about building our communities, we can't be serious about the shit we talk about out our mouths. Feel me? It's just that plain and simple. Your body's gonna follow the words that you kick. You're kicking a bunch of bullshit, you're gonna be doing a bunch of bullshit. That's just how it goes. It's hand in hand, man. We need to get back to holding people responsible for what they do in their communities. We need to get back to that.
And to close it out, you know, from both of you, if there's anybody in the world right now listening, any young kid, any teenager, and you can give them the best advice, you know, to pursue whatever dream is possible in their life, no matter what it may be, what's that one thing you would say to that kid out there in the world?
And be the best you. Don't mind what nobody else say. Be the best version of you.
Yeah, that's true. Be the best version of you, and don't let no one kill your imagination. I feel like a lot of people grow up being told not to fantasize. Fantasy is a good thing because your mind is what creates things in your life. Your mind is what pulls things to you. Your mind attracts things to you. Be imaginable. Don't let nothing or no one kill your imagination, and be unique. How can you be unique? By being yourself. Everybody in this world is different. It's the reason why all of us have a different set of handprints. We all are different amongst each other. We all the same species, but different among each other. You know what I'm saying? And once you recognize that, man, you can be all that you can be. Sometimes people fall, but you have to get back up. Sometimes you fall again, but you keep, as long as you living, man, you keep getting back up and you keep pushing, and you can achieve anything you want to achieve. Starts with an education, stay in school, stay positive, stay true to who you are.
And go get that, leave a legacy.
Please do.
Peace.
What kind of gold are they digging out your mind? Why is a diamond more precious than your time? These are questions that I'm asking all the time. Is the image really yours, is it mine? And if we don't know, agree that we're blind. And if we don't know, agree that we're blind. And if we don't know, agree that we're blind. And if we don't know, agree that we're blind.